chez moi, c'est l'arme de crocotte.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all well and I'm happy to see you all back to today's video. In this episode we are going to do a side-by-side unboxing of the Swatch MoonSwatch Moon and the Omega Speedmaster Professional Sapphire Sandwich. Both watches are part of my collection and were purchased from the official retail stores. The Omega is already 3 years in my watch collection and the MoonSwatch Moon joined just recently. Obviously the watches are from completely different price classes. The Moonwatch retails at $8,500 compared to the $250 of the MoonSwatch. Anyway, I think it will be interesting to see what additional $8,250 brings you in value. So take a coffee and enjoy the video.
Okay, this is gonna take all three of us.
We start with the MoonSwatch Moon. The watch comes in a plastic packaging which is designed quite nicely. It shows us some facts about the moon, like the temperature at -23 degrees Celsius, travel time of 6 days to reach it from Earth, low gravity and the fact that it has no atmosphere. On the back of the packaging you can see all the different MoonSwatches that are available with their respective planets. For me personally, the Moon scores the highest as it is closest to the original Moonwatch, and that is the fun of it, or isn't it? Inside the outer sleeve we find the MoonSwatch box itself with the watch sitting on a plastic holder. The warranty card, just a piece of paper. A small brochure shows us all the other available versions. I might show some more of them in the upcoming videos if you like it. And the user manual. This one feels really cheap and could have been done much nicer for sure. Let's get the watch out of the box. And here it is. As mentioned earlier, my favorite MoonSwatch and the one to get in my opinion is the Moon.
Fredo, you handle the pitch, but on the translation controller. It's all backwards, so if the Earth starts drifting down, you need to thrust aft, not forward. I'll do the same on mine with everything else.
In comparison, the Omega Moonwatch comes in this big box that weighs around 20 times as much as the MoonSwatch box. The user manual, all kinds of different languages and instructions how to use the watch. Besides the user manual, we have this small booklet inside the watch with a lot of facts about the space missions done by NASA. A good quality, nice prints and lots of interesting information. A nice add-on to embrace the fact that you bought a watch that wrote history. The watch box itself is made of a nylon material. I heard this is the same material and same velcro straps that I used for the spacesuits. One of the best themed watch boxes in the market for sure. Inside we have a high quality suede, stitching and vegan leather covering all parts. The warranty card, pictograms card and cost certification card to the Speedmaster. A small polishing cloth you get with the watch to keep it clean. And the extra links. Inside the watch box you can find another gadget, which is this small travel box. Also made of the same nylon material and closes via this push button Speedmaster strap. Another nice touch, and if you don't own a watch roll, for sure this will be quite useful.
We're going to burn at 10% thrust for 39 seconds. Jack, you time us? Got it. Give us a count of the last 10 seconds up to 39. Let's not miss this.
And here's my Omega Speedmaster Sapphire sandwich. A great piece that I enjoy for years now and use on a regular basis. Even though this Sapphire sandwich version is close to the $10,000 mark, it still offers one of the best value for money packages in the segment of luxury watches. With recent updates like the new and awesome bracelet, slim folding clasp and better winding crown, it is ready for the next decade and keeps the history of the first watch on the moon alive.
You up to this, Fredo?
I'm with you.
Standing.
In comparison to it, the recent released MoonSwatch created a hype like never seen before in the watch world. Long lines in front of the Swatch stores and sold out displays within minutes. Till now this watch is quite hard to get and it took me about a year to acquire one. Is it worth the massive hype? In my honest opinion, no. The watch is nice to look at and makes the Speedmaster design available at a much lower price point, but at the end of the day it is a low quality knockoff. Seeing people fighting over this and then selling it minutes later at a premium is just a sad reflection of today's watch market and flipper games. But let's continue the review first before I judge it too quickly.
Standing by for corridor control burn.
Okay, Jim, you can fire when ready.
You are go for the manual burn.
Let's have a look at the dimensions. The case diameter is 41.4 millimeters. The thickness is 12.7 millimeters. And the lug-to-lug span is 46.2 millimeters. The Moonwatch comes at 41.5 millimeter case diameter, 13.3 millimeters in thickness and 46.4 millimeters lug-to-lug length. The weight of the Moonwatch is 128 grams with the shortened bracelet versus 29 grams for the MoonSwatch. So nearly identical dimensions as advertised, and the only difference is the weight.
Text plus. Button at 10 seconds. Mark.
Come on, baby. One more burn.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
I'll let you go.
2, 1.
The Omega Speedmaster Professional Sapphire sandwich is a beauty from both sides, front and back. The highly legible black dial with contrasting white hands and hour indices is just a pleasure to look at. If I would have to imagine how a space watch should look like, this is it. In fact, it doesn't only remind me of the colors of the galaxy with its deep black nothing and white shining stars, or the colors of the space shuttle, but even more of the instruments you will find in a plane or space shuttle cockpit. Not sure if this was ever mentioned in a review before, but at least I told you now. The subdials cut the dial in half and are located in the perfect position below the Omega print. Also, the size of the subdials is a 10 out of 10 for me. Not too small, but at the same time not too big, with enough space in between those three. The bezel inlay works great as well, and with the recent Sapphire sandwich release, the halo around the dial is gone. I guess the majority of the watch collectors prefers the Hasselite version due to being closer to the original Moonwatch. For me, the Sapphire version is the winner. It just feels more premium, more sturdy, and lets you enjoy the beautiful movement at the back. Seeing the watch beating and alive is a real pleasure to look at and reminds us again why we love mechanical watches so much. Something crafted of high quality for generations in a world of so much change and waste.
She's burning.
Oh yeah.
Master arm off.
Okay, here we go.
Unit regulators on. RTS is go 10% thrust.
To bring the Moonwatch alive, no batteries are needed, you just wind the crown and the watch starts ticking. Pulling out the crown one more time and you can set it. Afterwards, just push it back in and you're ready to go. At least for the next 2 days until you will wind it again. The chronograph pushers were great as well and feel super sturdy. In comparison, your MoonSwatch will be running from the factory already. A small battery powers this quartz movement for the next 2 years. To set the time, you pull out the crown into the second position. Unfortunately, we have a ghost position in between. I guess this movement was used before in many other watches and came originally with a date function. So now, without the date, the ghost position is still there. The chronograph is used in the same way like on any other chronograph. Unfortunately, the palm pushers and especially the crown feel a bit weak.
Drop it down, Fredo. We're drifting. No, you hold what you got. I'll roll it. Back off. God, I can't get it stable.
The dial of the MoonSwatch Moon is in the same design of the one we find in the Moonwatch, and due to that, I would suggest to get the MoonSwatch Moon. It is the most serious MoonSwatch, but at the same time a quirky knockoff of the original made from the same house. At least in this way it opens the door for a lot more people to enjoy the iconic Speedmaster design. The subdials of the MoonSwatch are arranged all around the dial, what I don't like that much. I can understand it is probably due to the layout of the movement, which wasn't exclusively developed for the MoonSwatch, but having the exact same positioning of the subdials as it is done for the Speedmaster would have been much nicer, of course. We also missed the beautiful sweeping seconds hand of a mechanical watch, and the seconds hand of this MoonSwatch bounces back quite a lot after every tick. The finishing of the hands is a lot more industrial design, and also you can see from the surface it's just way more industrially made, and the crystal is of course made of plastic and not a sapphire crystal. The bezel is just a sticker and not an inlay made of alloy or ceramic like we can find it on the different moon watches. I assume this watch will scratch easily, and after a few months a lot of wear and tear will appear on it. The back of the MoonSwatch is closed and made of plastic or the so-called bioceramic. A sticker with a print of the moon covers the battery compartment. A nice touch is the writing around the case back. Dream big, fly higher, explore the universe, reach for the planets, enjoy the mission. This made me a bit emotional after reading it for the first time, so I guess I can't dislike this watch that much anymore. The MoonSwatch comes on this long velcro strap that many people reviewed as the biggest weakness of it. And I must agree, it just doesn't feel nice on the wrist. The printing is good at least, and it is cool to not only have the Swatch logo, but also the Omega logo on it. The watch wears okay on the wrist, but a more comfortable strap is needed for sure.
She's dancing all over the place.
Come to the right a little bit.
15 seconds.
In contrast, the Omega Moonwatch comes on this beautiful and comfortable bracelet. The polished center links add a bit of bling to it, the clasp is slim and easy to operate, and the only downside is that my version comes without the easy adjust and only 2 micro positions. For now, the MoonSwatch is the harder watch to get, as people still line up in front of the stores and buy any stock that becomes available. It also trades at a higher price compared to the retail price on the second-hand market. Funnily, the original MoonWatch can be bought easily in any boutique and is even available at a discount on the second-hand market. Will it stay like this? I don't think so. I guess the MoonSwatch will follow its bigger brother, and once most people own a MoonSwatch, the hype will cool down. Flippers won't buy them anymore and also will not resell them, so people can just walk to the Swatch boutique and the MoonSwatches will become easily available. At least I hope Swatch will pump out enough of them and won't go down the route of the watch market games. So would I recommend to buy a MoonSwatch to you? Despite my initial quite negative review about it, the low quality compared to the real deal and the high price tag for Quartz Swatch watch, you must listen to your heart, of course, at the end of the day. If this watch will make you happy and you celebrate the history of the original MoonWatch, just go for it. Should you buy a MoonWatch? Despite the much increased price tag over the last years, the watch still is and will always be a timepiece with incredible history, stunning build quality and a collector's favorite. If you keep it long enough, your funds are secured and the watch will bring you joy for years and years to come. And with that, we are at the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this side-by-side comparison. Let me know your opinion in the comments below and see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Forward, Fred. Come on. Forward.
Shit, I lost it. Where is it? Under the car. Bring it down, Fred. I'll nose it down.
Okay, I got it.
A little farther,
Damn it, that's mine. That's me. Round.
A little more. Come on,
That's
baby.
it, hold it.
Come on.
Hold it.
5,
Damn it.
6,
Back,
7,
that's it, hold it.
8,
Steady, steady.
9.
Shut down. Houston, we have shut down.
That's close enough, Jim. Good work.